So this week has just been more evidence that the Oakland A's as an organization are truly criminals. I mean, really, they are criminals. And it is extraordinary that baseball has allowed this to transpire. If anything taught us really who the A's were, it's this week, is it not? John Fisher has owned the A's for 20 years. 20. And you almost have to go back that long to find a contract as large as the one they just handed out to Luis Severino. Okay? They have not handed out a contract ever under John Fisher, ever, as large as the one they just gave Luis Severino. You got to go back to Eric Chavez. Eric Chavez. You know how long ago Eric Chavez's free agent deal is? For the last time they spent even this much money. Now think about this. John Fisher convinced everybody in baseball that, well, I can't spend any money. The ballpark, the attendance. Where's the money going to come from? Nobody shows up. And they are 5 minutes into a minor league baseball stadium in Sacramento, and suddenly the money's flowing. Suddenly they can't turn off the fire hose. The first big splash signing of baseball's winter, or one of them, comes from the A's? The A's? They're not in Vegas yet. They're playing in a 10,000-seat AAA ballpark. And suddenly, it's, well, now we have plenty of money to spend. What makes you look more fraudulent than that? What makes you look like a bigger criminal than that? Okay, so that's the first part of this. Baseball, he was lying to you all along. And maybe they knew. Maybe they knew. But I mean, is this not the greatest evidence that bellyaching about the ballpark and the attendance as the reason we can't spend money was always the biggest lie possible? I mean, they're playing in a minor league baseball stadium. They have now a percentage of their local television revenue. A percentage. It's not even the full cut because they moved out of Oakland. And now suddenly they got the cash to burn. Okay. Now, this week also, if you haven't been following along, we have a new price tag on the Vegas stadium. And the price tag has now jumped to nearly $2 billion. It has jumped by $250 million, okay? It's now at $1.75 billion. And the extra $250 million is going to be added to the Fisher family tab. And John Fisher says, I'm good for it. And he's got his letters now filed to Las Vegas to prove, look, we've got the financing. If John Fisher had ponied up a half of that in Oakland, the ballpark could have been done 15 years ago. So what was the last 15 years? What was the last 10 years? What was the last 5 years? All these quote-unquote negotiations that John Fisher was in, or Dave Kaval was in, were all dog and pony shows. If this happens, then they always had the money. They always had the financing. They always could have made it work. But they said, no, we need this. No, we need this site. No, we need Howard Terminal. No, we need the property. No, we need the retail. No, we need this. We need this. We need this. This is extraordinary. They're not getting any of that in Las Vegas. And now suddenly the A's are just like, oh yeah, an extra $250 million bucks? No problem. Now, we'll all believe it when we see it. We all have to hold our nose with all these, claims that John Fisher and company are making, and the A's are making, that they're good for it. We'll see. We'll see. But I mean, it is just so obvious that the last 20 years, baseball has watched a guy purposefully kill the sport in the city that he bought the ball team in. That much is very evident right now. That John Fisher never had any intention of doing anything in Oakland, despite all of his, no, we tried. No, obviously you did it, because when you do try, it seems like there's money. When you didn't try, it was, well, see, there's no cash. Whether it works in Vegas or not is not my bag, because I have nothing against Las Vegas residents and baseball fans there. You know what? That's not my battle to fight. My battle to fight is, this has been an execution of a baseball city, blindfolded and lined up and shot. I mean, John Fisher said, we'll kill baseball here. That's what we'll do. We will kill it. We will not invest any money. We will not sign free agents. We will not retain our guys. Every time we win, we will rip it down, strip it down. We will not invest in the ballpark. We will not invest in marketing. We will not invest in our fan relationship. We will not invest in the community. We will do none of that. And we will sit there and watch it deteriorate until it is basically dead. And when it is dead, then we will leave. And even then, there was a heartbeat of the good people of Oakland that did not want to see it leave. Even when he killed it, he tried to actively kill it, and baseball watched him actively try to kill it. There was still a heartbeat of the good people and the soul of A's fans that loved it so much, that filled up that ballpark on September 26th to say goodbye. I mean, is that not the definition of criminal? He took a franchise and said, I am going to kill it. I will kill it here. I will destroy this here. And then I will move it. And when I move it, then I will do the things that I didn't do, even though I could have. What more needs to be said?